afternoon from where you are, and welcome to our today's mental health snippet. Thank you for following me. I've told you time and again that I really do appreciate you. Thank you for the comments that you put in and the comments that you DM me. All those are taken with utmost gratitude. Today, I want us to talk about children's emotional cup. You see, most of the time we assume that it's only us adults who have emotional cups. What about children? Children have emotional cups. An empty cup that needs to be filled. You see, an empty cup that needs to be filled. And if that cup is not filled in the right way, it will be filled in other ways. So, in 2 episodes today and another day, I'm going to talk about what takes away, or rather what empties a child's emotional cup. How do you know that you are emptying your child's emotional cup? And why we are discussing this is because when you empty, something else will refill. Every time you empty that cup, something else, a negative thing, refills. So we are trying to learn how to fill our children's emotional cup in the right way. So what empties a child's emotional cup? Number 1, constant yelling, shouting, nagging. Constant yelling, shouting, nagging. You see, the funny thing is, or the reality is, when you talk in soft tones, you see, like a conversational tone, children listen. So why yell? I know it's hard, especially for mothers, but try as much as possible to notice when you are yelling and calm down. Remember when you are 6 years old, how you behaved. These children are just kids, just like you are. So avoid yelling, nagging, and then of course stress. Stress created by the environment at home, at school, stress created by what is happening, even in the world, whatever they watch on news. So if possible, try to identify what your child is going through and the causes and the sources. Sometimes we protect our children and yet they are the cause of that emotional strain. So a lot of stress and a lot of strain. With that, I'd advise that children should be allowed to play. Let them play as much as possible. Games have a significance in a child's life. Another thing is loneliness and isolation. How many times have you felt lonely yourself? Children also feel lonely, and they need your time as a parent. Sometimes the things that we do as caregivers make our children also feel isolated. Number 4, failing. I want us to let our kids know every time that they fail. Failure or falling is just part of life. That when they fail, they're not supposed to beat themselves up. They're not supposed to feel like that is the end of the world. Let children be used to failure. Assure them that sometimes failure is the path to success. And assure them also, remind them, teach them that life is full of ups and downs. And so failures should not be something that puts them down. And last but not least, fatigue. So this says what? A lot of rest is important for children. What time, even your teenage child, your adolescent, what time do you make sure that they go to sleep? Because if you don't, these people they're so active, they sleep late. And every time, they don't fulfill the hours of sleep, 6 to 8 hours of sleep, there's an emotional empty cup emotionally. So those are the things that drain our emotional cup. Let's catch up next week again and we talk about how to refill a child's emotional cup. God bless.